In hyper-dense, mobile-first markets like Hong Kong, 70% of CRM implementations fail to deliver a meaningful return on investment within the first 18 months. This failure usually begins when a founder buys a global software suite, expecting the tool to automatically reorganize their team's habits. They invest 5 figures into a digital filing cabinet that their staff eventually stops opening. The problem is a mismatch between software logic and street-level reality. A system built for desktop emails and web forms creates chaos when forced to handle a business that runs on instant messages. Consider the standard sales handoff. In theory, a lead enters the CRM and a rep follows up. In reality, that lead starts a WhatsApp chat. Because global CRMs treat messaging as an afterthought, your data hits a black hole right at the start. This creates a structural disconnect. Marketing thinks they delivered 100 leads, while sales claims the leads were bad because the software doesn't live where customers do. A tool-first approach leads to this bottleneck, where employees are forced to change their natural behavior just to satisfy the software's data entry requirements. In Hong Kong, WhatsApp functions as the primary operating system for business. Every negotiation, quote, and contract verification flows through a chat bubble. When your system treats a chat bubble as a separate silo, you lose revenue 3 ways: slow initial responses, and forgotten follow-ups, and fragile manual billing cycles. Between the leads that are never contacted and the payments that fail silently, this misalignment drains 10% of a B2B company's revenue every year. To understand that 10% loss, we have to look at response times. In most service businesses, an inbound WhatsApp lead pings a salesperson's personal phone, meaning the reply depends on when they finish their current meeting. Data from local service teams shows that this manual approach creates a response lag of between 4 and 12 hours. This chart shows the cost of that delay. A prospect who has to wait 10 minutes for a reply is 9 times less likely to convert than one who gets an answer in 5. You can eliminate this drop by deploying instant WhatsApp auto-replies to acknowledge the inquiry and ask one qualifying question immediately. Moving to this automated triage drops your response time to under 2 minutes, keeping the prospect engaged while your human team prepares a personal reply. An instant automated acknowledgement preserves lead warmth and prevents the customer from scrolling down to message your competitors while they wait. The second leak occurs because of the friction of data entry. Sales reps rarely have the time to manually log 20-minute WhatsApp conversations into a separate, rigid CRM interface. Instead, they track deals from memory. When things get busy, they default to sending 1 or 2 outreach messages before letting the prospect go cold. Most sales require 5 to 8 touches to close. Stopping after the second attempt loses up to 60% of warm leads. You can plug this leak with a shared WhatsApp inbox that uses automated sequences to handle scheduling. These sequences push prospects through the typical dark period of a deal, those 2 or 3 weeks of silence, without requiring a salesperson to remember to check their phone. Removing the manual effort of follow-ups eliminates ghost leads and raises overall close rates by 25 to 40% without adding new staff. Finally, look at how you bill your existing clients. Many service SMEs still track recurring revenue on spreadsheets and send out individual payment reminders manually. This creates an invisible administrative load. When a card expires or a transfer is missed, the business has no real-time visibility into the failure, leaving the cash flow fragile and hard to forecast. A more stable approach involves integrating automated recurring billing flows that connect directly to the digital wallets and payment rails your customers already use. The system handles the pre-due reminders and executes instant retries on failed payments automatically, entirely bypassing the need for manual staff intervention. Restructuring your onboarding to support automation transforms unpredictable cash collections into a stable, forecastable revenue engine. Recovering your lost revenue requires shifting focus away from finding a perfect tool and toward targeting the specific friction points in your daily flow. This triage plan helps you match your technology investment to the current size and maturity of your operations. For a time-poor founder, the priority is continuity. Your first step is a dedicated business WhatsApp number and a basic auto-reply system. This ensures the business owns its pipeline history. If an employee leaves, your leads and conversation records stay with the company instead of walking out the door on a personal phone. For a scaling sales manager, the priority is follow-up discipline. You should move to a shared inbox with automated 5-step templates. This gives you real-time visibility into every conversation, closing the execution gap between your marketing ads and your sales responses. For high-end service providers, the priority is financial predictability, which requires moving away from ad hoc manual billing. Automating your recurring payments secures your long-term client retention by removing all transactional friction from the customer experience. A CRM is only as effective as the reality it operates within. When you build your tech stack around how your customers actually behave, the chaos ends and the revenue follows.